In regards to DUI, most people think that when they test the blood in Arizona, they simply take the vial of blood, take the blood out and squirt it into a machine and a reading pops out. It doesn't work that way. What happens is they take your vial of blood and they put it on an auto sampler. Looks like a Lazy Susan, along with 20 other vials of blood. They flick a switch and they leave overnight. Overnight, this device rotates, and the same needle will come down and puncture the top of each vial. In the space between the top of the blood and the bottom of the cork, the air that's in the vial, it will suck it out and shoot it into basically a breath testing device. This is called headspace gas chromatography. No hospital on earth, no doctor on earth uses this methodology. Only the government, because it's quick, it's cheap, and it's easy. The problem is it's full of flaws. Right off the bat, they say it can be 10% high or 10% low. So it has a 10% error factor. That means for every 100 people it says that are guilty, at least 10 of them are not guilty. Or potentially there's another 10 that were allowed to walk away who were guilty. Secondly, the needle that punctures the top of each and every vial. They say it's not contaminated, but in reality, if you ask their criminalist or their expert, would you take that needle out and stick it into your skin? They would say no, because they have a doubt based upon reason that it is contaminated. Thirdly, there's a powder inside of each vial of blood. It's an anti-fermenter. In other words, it keeps your blood from fermenting. If you ferment wheat, it becomes beer, grapes becomes wine, rice becomes sake. Everything can be fermented and turned into alcohol. Anything that's organic, grass, you name it. So if they don't properly mix the powder with the blood, for example, they just shake the vial and the blood splashes on the top of the cork without mixing with the powder, the problem is it will ferment over time and create alcohol in that air that is above the blood and create a false reading. So there are so many problems with the blood alcohol testing methodology. You need an attorney who knows what they're doing so they can challenge it and attack these readings, because DUI is winnable in Arizona. My law firm, the law offices of David Michael Cantor, has been around for over 15 years. I myself have been a lawyer for over 20 years. I'm a certified criminal law specialist by the Arizona Board of Legal Specialization. There is only 100 certified specialists in the state. Of the 100 certified specialists in the state, 8 of them were created while they worked at my firm or are still working at my firm. This is the trial firm for criminal law in Arizona. We have 7 lawyers. We are a boutique criminal defense firm. This is what we do. We've been trained by speakers that have worked for the FBI. We've been trained by speakers who have worked for national crime laboratories. Many of us are former prosecutors. I myself was trained by the Department of Transportation regarding horizontal gaze nystagmus, the eye test used in DUIs, drug recognition evaluation, which is also utilized in DUIs. I have trained judges. In fact, I did a mock trial for 400 judges at one time over the course of 2 days to teach them how a jury trial should look. We've spoken at many seminars. In fact, I have an upcoming seminar in Las Vegas where I'll be speaking with 2 other lawyers and a multitude of doctors. This has to do with child homicide cases. One of the other 2 lawyers is Barry Scheck, who did the DNA testing in the OJ case. So we know what we're talking about. They know we know what we're talking about. The police know what we're talking about. We represent probably more judges' kids, cops' kids, cops themselves. You name it, they know to come to us because we know what we're doing. We fight hard, but we fight fair.